Good evening. This is Coach Noah coming to you as the sun sets outside my home in Cambridge, Massachusetts. And this is the Nutrition with Noah show. And right now we're reading from chapter 6 of the illustrious Integrative Nutrition by Joshua Rosenthal, where you feed your hunger for health and happiness, and there's no one-size-fits-all diet. We are on the chapter 6 about primary food, and if you remember from my previous shows, primary food is what nurtures you. That's not necessarily the food on your plate. It's your relationships, your sense of community, your sense of love, your sense of spirituality, your career. Are you doing what you love? And your physical fitness, your exercise. Are you moving your body in ways that are satisfying to you? So what I'm going to do is go through the chapter with you tonight and give you highlights of the topics that Joshua covers that will give you a way to kind of reflect in your own life where your primary food is. And we're going to get to a point that we're going to look at the circle of life, which is each of these areas of your life, and then you're going to be able to rate them and see how balanced your wheel is in all these areas. Now, I don't necessarily believe in balancing your life, but it does give you a sense of where the opportunities to grow and where the opportunities are to develop in each of the aspects of life that are important to you. So here we go. Love and intimacy. This is from page 147. He says, we all have a need to give love and receive love. Love is food for the soul. Love nourishes the body, it nourishes the mind, and it nourishes the spirit. When examining relationships, try to understand your personal preferences for how much intimacy you want in your life. Some people love being alone. They feel energized by the experience of being with themselves. Other people thrive on interactions with others. And most people fall somewhere in the middle. It may be helpful to think about your own social needs and preferences on a scale of 1 to 10. Where do you fall on this scale? And I want to ask you this coming from a place of non-judgment. So you're not judging yourself when you look at where you fall on the scale, but where you're really giving yourself a chance to just look. Where do you fall on the scale of needing intimacy, needing connection, needing time with other people, needing time with yourself? And when I suggest improving the quality of your relationships, I'm not suggesting that everyone should be more social or everyone should get married. I'm just saying that you want to find the type of love and intimacy that is... Hold on 1 second, there's the train going by. You want to find the type of love and intimacy that is appropriate to nourishing you. This is the point. You want to find the kind of love and intimacy in your life that's appropriate to nourishing you. And we're going to talk about ways that love and intimacy can nourish you. So one of the areas that Joshua talks about is touch, hugs, and cuddles. How much do you need touch and affection and hugging and cuddling in your life to feel satisfied with that experience of love and intimacy? I know that I'm a very affectionate, touchy-feely person. So my friends and I, my lovers and I, there's a need to touch and be touched and give shoulder rubs and give hugs. Sensuality and sexuality. Another level of physical contact beyond massage and hugs and cuddling is sensual touch and sexual interaction. These experiences can be, when they're healthy, can be very nourishing. And it's important that people understand what they're looking for in these delicate areas. Another huge area is communication in relationships. When it comes to relationships, especially intimate relationships, effective speaking and listening, that's right, speaking and listening, and remember God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, are key in staying connected and nourishing one another and feeling heard and respected and known by each other. Most people live in their heads thinking about what they're going to do tomorrow, or what happened yesterday, what happened an hour ago, and pretty much anything except being in the present moment. The way we speak and listen with each other can really help us live more in the present moment. And, you know, when you're communicating, each person can take turns to speak when things aren't going well, providing a safe space for each other to communicate. So now, there's a lot more that could be said about the communication in relationships. And one resource I'm going to recommend, you'll see, is on the right-hand side of my blog. It's actually my parents' book, so this is definitely a shameless plug for their book. It's called You and Your Partner Incorporated, Entrepreneurial Couples Succeeding in Business, Life, and Love. I can't think of a better guidebook where they interviewed 50 couples who've succeeded in business, life, and love, and how they communicate. There's chapters and chapters in there, so that's a great resource. We're going to move on to your career. And the bottom question, this is the bottom line question about the area of your career. Do you love what you do? So finding the work you love and loving the work you find, that's the main focus for this area of the circle. So there's loving the work you find, and there's also loving what you do. How much do you love what you do? And if you don't love it, do you feel supported and empowered to make a change? So too often, Joshua says, we equate work with a paycheck. We think of our jobs only as a means to earn money. Having money to take care of yourself and your family is obviously very, very important, but it's a very limited view of work. For example, some people go to work to make the world a better place. They may be involved in a project that improves the lives of a few people or hundreds or even thousands of people or the entire planet. For others, work is a form of creativity and self-expression. Whether in corporate office or in an artist studio, work is a place to hatch new ideas and put your personal stamp on the world, make a dent in life, make a difference. It's a place where you feel confident and stimulated. So there's no right answer about what work means or how to find happiness in your career. Maybe you love working hard in a corporate environment. Maybe you need less conventional, more flexible relationship with work. Everyone is different. Be honest about what works for you. Remember that we need to nourish ourselves by finding work we love and being paid fairly for it. So that's a question, a journey I know that I'm on, and want to support you if you're on that journey as well in discovering work that you love or loving the work that you do. I know I'm covering a lot here. The whole area of physical activity is, are you moving enough, and do you like the way you move? You know, different people require different types of exercise to stay healthy, and your exercise needs will change with time. The point is to stay open to all options. You can go rock climbing, paragliding, surfing, inline skating, canoeing, or you can just take up Pilates, karate, or ballroom dancing. You can find team sports like baseball and volleyball, which have the added benefit of human interaction. Maybe exercising outside in nature is more pleasurable for you. As you can see, the options are endless. Be experimental. Be willing to experiment. Remember, just like with food, there's no one-size-fits-all exercise, fitness, or physical activity plan. And if you want a great way to start, a lot of people are finding that the Tabata-style workouts that I was promoting on the blog yesterday are a great resource to be able to do a workout in 4 minutes a day. So then the next area is spirituality, synchronicity, and awareness. And spiritual nutrition can feed us on a very deep level and dramatically diminish cravings. I know the sun is getting kind of bright here. I'm looking at the sun setting. And I know that's one way that I get in touch with my spirituality. But finding a deep level of spirituality can drastically diminish cravings and also have us crave the superficial rewards of life less. We all search for meaning in our lives and feeling at one with the world. and having a spiritual practice can help satisfy that longing. I encourage clients, Joshua says, and students to develop and deepen their spiritual practice, whatever that might be for you. Some people follow their traditional religion of birth. Others explore Eastern religion or New Age spirituality or evolve a more integrative approach. There's this whole idea of synchronicity that Carl Jung popularized, indicating the subtle interaction between the individual and the universal law, or God's will, or the movement of the cosmos, depending on how you define it. And this whole idea of synchronicity is worth discussing. Awareness, almost all forms of spiritual practice come down to one thing. The more we bring our individual lives into alignment with the whole of existence, the more we feel nourished and at peace. Awareness practices can help connect that alignment. They are designed to quiet the mind, the busy mind, relax the body, and bring a sense of attunement with your existence. Prayer, meditation, rituals, meal prayers, these are all common practices found in many religions and spiritual traditions. So now, I'm going to encourage you to jump into the exercise, the circle of life. And this exercise will help you discover which primary foods you are missing the most. The circle of life has 12 sections. Look at each section and place a dot on the line marking how satisfied you are with each area of life. A dot placed at the center of the circle or close to the middle indicates dissatisfaction, while a dot placed on the periphery indicates ultimate happiness. When you have placed a dot on each of the lines, connect the dots to see your circle of life. You will have a clear visual of any imbalances in the area of your primary food and a starting point for determining where you may wish to spend more time and energy to create balance and joy and a sense of passion in your life. So here I'm going to show you the circle of life. So you're going to take that circle and put a dot between the middle and the outside being most satisfied, the middle being least satisfied, and then you draw a circle so you can see the areas where you want to bring more passion and attention and development and growth. I'll tell you the topics. Spirituality, this is each line, each of the 12 lines. Spirituality, confidence, education, career, finances, health, physical activity, home cooking, home environment, relationships, social life, creativity. Again, spirituality, confidence, education, career, finances, health, physical activity, home cooking, home environment, relationships, social life, creativity. So go ahead and draw that circle. Draw the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, something like that lines. You want to end up with 12 lines, one line for each of the topics that I just mentioned, and draw the dot somewhere between the center and the outside of the circle so you can see your level of satisfaction in each area of life. I'm happy to offer you support in the form of a health history or a free health consultation, and this exercise is one of the main exercises we use in our signature health coaching program. So let me know if you'd like any support with that. Again, this has been a long, rich, content-filled episode of the Nutrition with Noah show. I hope it's been very valuable to you and worth your time. Have a great evening wherever you are or whatever time it is in the world for you. This is Coach Noah signing off from the Nutrition with Noah show. Take care. Bye-bye.